Bonds to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to us true and love, and peace and blessings. Salutations be to the overall elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel and may you endure to the end, Lord willing. All right, and we'll get straight into it, man, because in the particular title that me and the brother was breaking bread over the phone about, people have a misconception, all right, on what the ministry, all right, what the brotherhood is actually about, all right. Jake just think it's just you're looking from the outside looking in, all you see is videos going up, all right. Of course, right?
Yeah, of course.
All you see is from the outside looking in. This fucking bullshit. And people definitely don't really understand, what things are about. All right, they just think it's about doing lessons,
coming to camp,
and going home, man. And some people it's just like a robot,
Right.
And they think that this what it is, all right. And especially for may have newer men coming into the camp, right? Which is why brothers always say, Jake, don't ask no questions, all right? But you need to find out what it is that you need to be doing, all right? Find out what it is that you can do better, You want to say something?
Yeah, because there's a particular way things are done in each camp, right? Great Millstone as a whole has certain guidelines that we follow as a whole, but its ways, right? Each camp operate differently, man. And if you're a new guy, you coming around, you need to find out the way that your camp works, all right? Because there's a specific way in which the camp has been modeled, all right? And it's like that for a reason, man. Depending on where exactly the camp is, all right? You got camps in bigger cities, so they operate, a little bit more strict, all right? And when you travel a lot and you meet different brothers from different states, you can see, all right? You can see what I'm talking about. What you got, dog?
Yeah, and that's another thing, the communication.
Right.
Or we might have to get that scripture, when it talks about, the communication between, Akim, man. All right, tapping in with brothers, all right, communicating, let brothers know, you have different things that's bothering you, different things that's going on with you, demons, all right. Tap in, get up with a brother, all right, and just talking to a brother for 30 minutes, an hour, that's doing the work of the Lord, man. All right, it's not just doing videos, all right, studying, and you just show up on camp day one day a week, and then you go back to what you was doing. It don't work like that, man. All right, which is why you see brothers, it's a constant open line of communication,
right?
But brother can start me out with that Romans 12 and 9.
Yeah.
All right.
Make sure you speed up too. Is it Romans 12 and 9?
Yeah.
This Romans 12 and 9. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good.
Yeah, it says let love be without dissimulation. All right, and look up that word in the Strong's, that word love, because I believe that's the one that go into that's agape right there. Kind. Go ahead.
This is Strong's G26 agape. It says Strong's definition: love, affection, benevolence, especially a love, feast, dear love. Affection in the outline biblical usage: affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love.
Right. And get that one we had looked up. The other one.
Dissimulation.
No, you can hold that, but the other one, the other agape.
First definition I read.
Yeah, the one earlier before the lesson started. That's one.
It says agape is a Greek word, is a concept referring to unconditional, sacrificial love, often described as the highest form of love.
Right, it's often described as the highest form of love, right? In which love is the fulfilling of the law. Okay? So how we love our brother, we go and fulfill the law with him, man. Alright? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say this too because it said unconditional. And that's not true, man. According to the scriptures, man, we have conditional love. Right? We hold each other by standards, which those standards are the scriptures.
Yeah.
You see?
But that's just like, that's why we do love each other on the condition.
Right.
And which that's why I said it's through what? Love is the fulfilling of the law. On the condition that you what? Fulfill the law, man.
I got it,
right?
man.
That you keep the laws, the statutes, commandments to the best of your abilities. You see, that's why when you're going off, there's often reproof,
Right.
Rebuke, all right, correction. You see, because that's a form of that highest love, man. You see, if you just doing whatever you want to do and nobody telling you nothing about it, then they don't really love you, man. All right. If we just doing what we want and the Lord don't chastise us and correct us, then He don't truly love us, man. You know. Go ahead.
I got a quick precept on to back that up. This Romans 13:8, and it reads, "Owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth one another hath fulfilled the law. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's right.
Love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law." So when you say you love a brother, hey, the way you show it is by fulfilling the law towards him, man. You know, Jake think love is just bubbly, you giggly, you know, with a brother. No, when you love a brother, you show him you love him by fulfilling the law towards him, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got it.
Got a precept. You hear me?
Good.
Get that dissimulation too after that. You got it.
You got more in that Romans 9, that 12 too.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want me to get my precept?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, bringing it up, you know, in the law, you know, that says Yahweh Shah. This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 22 and 36. He says, "Master, which is the great commandment in the law?" Yahweh Shah said unto him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets." And again, you know, they asking Yahweh Shai broke it down to him. It's like the 1-2 combo that you need, you know, when it deals with the ministry. You know, off of these two alone, you know, that could take you very, very far in this truth. You know, just by loving the Lord, in which we know you just brought out, loving the Lord is fulfilling the law. And, you know, loving your neighbor as yourself, you know, that's the brotherly love, you know?
Right. That's the highest form. That's the agape. You know? And it said on these two hang all the law. So he made that statement to show you how important it was. Yeah, you know, you got to keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. But secondly, what it said out?
It says, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Loving thy neighbor as thyself, in which our neighbors are our brothers, man.
Right.
You know, how you would treat yourself, how you would want to be treated. Well, that's how you would treat your brothers, man. You see? If you want to be an individual, you want to be by yourself, well, go do that, you know? But if you want to be amongst the brethren,
Right.
all right, you got to treat brothers the same way that you would want to be treated, man. All right? It's a reciprocated love, man. Go ahead.
Brother got a point. You got it.
Oh, I got a precept too, but the point is I was gonna make is that it's a commandment. To not do it is sin.
Right.
Backed up by John chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Right.
That ye also love one another. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. So,
Right. And if I can make a point real quick, because I had that brother holding that John 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, you good, because we're gonna jump, we're gonna go to the top, all right, to show the type of the form of love, you know, and what the fulfilling of the law is, right? Which go into serving brothers, all right, exhorting brothers. You know, these are the things that goes on behind the camera, behind the scenes, all right. For those who just completely clueless, all right, and just think that we just line up every day we do a lesson, we just line it up, you know. There's way more to it, but go ahead, make your point, bro.
Oh nah, that was it, but it was short. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Like you gotta to go off, to not love your brother is to go off. And you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah.
I want to say this too because it takes time. You have to learn your brother, and not only learn them, you have to want to learn them. That's why I want the brother to get that word dissimulation, all right? Because, and it's truth, brother. It's about, you know, I don't want to sound no type of way, but it's about being real, you know, not the worldly real. No, being who you are, man. Your actual self.
Being true to yourself.
Being true. And that's what that word dissimulation gonna go into, because there is a such thing as fake love, man.
Yeah.
Right? And if you find yourself showing that, man, you need to get that shit out of you, bro. That's you going off with that, man. Get that word dissimulation from you.
I got you. I'm gonna read the verse real quick again.
Yeah.
To bring it up. It's Romans 12:9. Let love be without dissimulation. That word dissimulation in the online etymology says concealment of reality under a diverse or contrary appearance. From the Latin dissimulatum, it says a disguising, concealment, dissembling. Noun of action or past participle, it says make unlike, conceal, disguise. From this, not opposite of, to make like, imitate, copy, represent. It says from stem similis, like, resembling, or the same kind.
And that's really the point, you know, because it said, let love be without dissimulation. Now, we just ran through what love is according to the scriptures. All right, so don't abide by the scriptures fake it towards your brother, man.
Yeah.
You know, in a fake sense. Because some things be having alternative agendas, man. You know? And that's another thing. You gotta be adapt to peeping that shit too, man. Peep when it's fake love coming in. You know what y'all brothers got it.
I got John 15 and 13.
Oh,
You
read
holding it?
You got more than that.
They got more than Romans,
And
yeah.
then Romans, all right. Yeah, that's Romans 12 verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another,
Right.
with brotherly love.
It said be kindly affectionate, right?
Right.
Get that in the NLT real quick.
I got it right there.
Oh, go ahead.
It's Romans 12 and 10, and it reads, in the NLT it says, love each other. Really, I'm going to go up to 9, because I want to read that in the NLT as well. Romans 12 and 9, NLT it says, don't just pretend to love others. Really love them.
Yeah, don't pretend. Just let it be without dissimulation. Hey man, if you're being fake, all right, if you're showing you being fake in the truth, the Lord gonna expose it, man. All right. Go ahead.
It says, really love them. Hate what is wrong. Hold tightly to what is good. Love each other with genuine affection and take delight in honoring each other.
Right, when something is genuine, it's natural.
Right.
All right, it's not something that you gotta force yourself to do, man. You know.
And that don't mean, let's not confuse like and love. Right? We can't confuse them two. Right? To like a person, you don't have to like everybody in the truth, but you need to love them.
Right.
And that's loving them according to the scriptures, man. Everybody not gonna, like each other. Right? That don't mean you going off. Y'all just don't, and I ain't talking about the world kind of like, you got a hateful heart towards them. No, I ain't talking about that. Some brothers we gonna talk to more than others, and that's
That's all right.
that's all right, brother. Brothers got favorite brothers.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I wish I had a favorite brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
But that's why these lessons are necessary, because Jacob think he going off, but you got to do it properly, brother. Do it according to the scriptures, man.
Right.
That's
affectionate to one another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another.
Keep going. They got more.
Not slothful in business,
Right.
fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Yeah, not slothful in business, but fervent in the spirit, man. So you can't put forth a lazy effort into doing it.
Right.
His previous verse before that just said let it be without the dissimulation, without the fake shit. All right. So you got to be fervent in the spirit of wanting to serve your brother, man. You see? Go ahead. That was it.
There's a few more. I can jump down. No, it says I'm gonna jump down to 14, 15. Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep. 16. Be of the same mind one toward another.
Right. Being on one accord. Okay. But that's cool for that. Give me that John 13. Go ahead, bring yours out, Bayan.
This is the book of 1 John 4 and 20. It says, if a man say, I love Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and hated his brother, he is a liar. But he that loveth his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love Yahweh Bashim Yahushua whom he hath not seen? And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth Yahweh Bashim Yahushua loved his brother also. And that's plain and simple. You know, it's something as easy as, you know, us being in the car right now, being around each other. You know, we still waiting for Yahushua to come back. So it's easy for us to be around each other and show that brotherly love, serve each other, because we're right here in the presence of each other. You know, so the Lord, you know, spitting game right there, letting you know, man, you can't even see me yet, and you say you love me.
Right.
So he calling, you know, those jakes out that don't really take this shit as serious as they need to. You know.
I'm gonna say this too, because Jake don't even give the opportunity for brothers, right, to you know, get to know him and things of that nature. So you can't just, because they had that one guy, you know, saying he didn't fail to love him. Well, you didn't make yourself available, for brothers to, you know, express love towards you. Not love, but, you know, get to know you, to like you and shit.
Right.
You gotta make yourself accessible to brothers, man.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself on Front Street in the ministry, right? Especially when you're a newer brother coming in. You know, you gotta be willing to put yourself out there, man. We've all done it.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Now I was just making a point. You said willing. You can't get what you're not willing to give.
Yeah. Here it is. Like brothers always say, you know, you coming into a house, all right, where the furniture's been put in already, all right. You look in the cabinet, they got food in the cabinet already, all right. It's a fully furnished house. So when you come into a house of men and you see the house is fully furnished, your mindset should be, what can I do to add to the house, man?
That's right, brother.
All right, you should be asking brothers, and I'm speaking metaphorically, all right? What can I do to add to the house, all right? But that goes with making yourself vulnerable, making yourself available, man, all right? If you closed off and you coming in the house and you just go sit in a corner, what are you doing, you know? Go ahead.
And you stick out like a sore thumb too, man.
Right.
You know? Jake wonder why they, you know, always in a situation. Well, man, you in the house and you ain't saying nothing. You ain't putting forth the effort. None of that. Now, the Scorpio on you, man. You ain't trying to see what your intentions are. Coming in the house and you just in there.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
It's Ecclesiasticus 4 and 31. Let not thine hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay. Can't be sitting up and talking about what you're not feeling, you're not getting no love, and you ain't willing to give no love. Like it go one in another. It go one in another.
Jake want mercy, but don't give it.
Right.
Bring that John. I got that. Yahushua.
It's the book of John.
Because Yahushua getting ready to show you what the ministry is about, man. All right. Yeah, you know, prophesying is cool. You know, that's something Yahushua told us to do if we love him, right? Feed his sheep, feed his lambs, you know. But there are other aspects to this thing, man. All right. The rabbit hole gets deep, you know. Go ahead.
Prophesying just the work part of it.
Yeah.
Jake don't go to work and stay at work, brother.
Exactly.
You got to come home. All right, there's things to be done at the crib too.
Yeah.
Maintenance, man.
Yeah, that's a part of living, though.
That's right.
Because when you get off of work, you still got to do what? You still got to live, man.
That's right, brother.
So when we get off the camera, all our separate homes. All right, we still gotta live the truth, man.
That's right, brother.
You see, we still gotta live and live the word. You know. Go
I
ahead.
got you. This the book of John, St. John 13:1, and it reads. It says, and it's the subheading. Yahushua washes the disciples' feet. Now, before the feast of the Passover, when Yahushua knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of the world, out of this world, unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. And supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him. Yahushua, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come out of Yahweh, come from Yahweh, and was sent to Yahweh, it's like it's shaking, I can't even see right. I'll read it over. Verse 3, it says, Yahushua, knowing that the Father,
Probably could just jump down to like 5 or 6.
yeah, I go to 5, I go to 5.
Yeah, the point. 'Cause I know it's kind of long.
Yeah, it's lengthy. Verse 5, it reads, after that he poureth water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. Then cometh he unto Simon Peter, and Peter said unto him, Lord, dost thou wash my feet? Question mark. Yahushua answered and said unto him, what I do thou knowest not now, but thou shalt know hereafter. Peter said unto him, thou shalt never wash my feet. Yahushua answered him. This red letters.
Wait, but what he said, what thou doest, what thou doest now, thou shalt know after.
Right.
Right, so they didn't understand what he was doing right then. They're like, man, you the Lord. Like, why you trying to wash my feet? Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, if I wash thee not, thou hast no part with me. Simon Peter said unto him, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head.
Yeah, so hey man, Peter, wow, man. He said, hey, don't wash my hands. Just do everything.
Just
you
what?
know? Once he realized the significance of everything and what
Right.
the Lord was doing, you know. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, Yahushua said unto him, he that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit. And ye are clean, but not all. For he knew who should betray him, therefore he said, ye are not all clean.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the point, man. All right. But I brought that out to show the humility.
Right.
All right. The attitude that even it's Yahushua, man. All right. You think he had to wash the disciples' feet, man?
Right.
You see, it's Yahushua for crying out loud. He the Son of the Most High. Why would he wash men's feet that are under him in rank? All right. But he did that to show the purpose of, look, if I can do this and come down to this level, all right, it should be easy in the latter times, right? Because he knew with the latter days, all right, what was to come, you know? And this was, like it says in Romans 15, the things that were written aforetime, written for our learning, all right? And this is a lesson to teach us on how to have that type of attitude toward our brothers and just to be ready to serve them, man.
Right.
All right? Be ready to hear, all right? Brother need to vent out to you. Be ready to just hear, all right? Brother have an emergency to go help him with that, you know? This is your attitude. This is like your attitude should be towards the ministry, all right? You want to say something about it?
Well, not just to give you a quick point, but just to make a point to show, like, even I'm the Lord, but this is an example, like, serve your brother.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just tell you to do it. I did it myself, you know, just speaking.
Right.
That's the Lord. He showed you, he gave you an example of that. He
Yeah.
gave us an example of everything, even how to be brotherly.
So you can't say, Slot, you got it.
No, about just real quick back to you brothers up. You know, that was his whole purpose of coming back as Yahushua to come and walk.
Right.
You know, to come out here and do everything correctly.
Right.
Because obviously, through the past, we know the scriptures. You know, Yahushua went off in his other reincarnation. But this time that he came down as Yahushua walking, he did everything correctly, dealing with
No, I just was saying, you know, pretty much, so Jay can't sit in and have that example.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it.
I got precept.
You got it.
It's the book of 1 John chapter 2 and 9. It says, he that said he is in the light and hated his brother is in darkness, even until now. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light. There is none occasion of stumbling in him. So, in other words, you're doing the right thing. All right? You in the light, no stumbling in you. You know, if you love your brother. You know, and brothers will really think these things to be, you know, simple. You know, and we think that to be common sense. I remember I had that conversation with the Houston Bros like a while ago when I went out there. You think it's common sense to serve your brother.
Right.
You know, if I got food, I'm not gonna eat no food in front of you.
Right.
You know, even if I gotta break my food into halves or 1/3, 1/4, whatever, I'm gonna make sure that we all eat. You know, if you ever working or something, I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna see if you need any help, if I can help. You know, but it's crazy enough that you see men that'll do the opposite of that thing, that'll eat a full meal in front of your face and won't offer you anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like that one nigga, you know, and this shit's serious because this shit be happening,
We
man.
don't have men do that, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you got the whole camp. We didn't just went to war. All right, spiritual war. You feel me? We just finished camp with each other. You know, giving brothers precepts and, you know, the whole nine.
Brother, we done went to war for 3 hours, man.
Right,
Hot, sweating, debating, you know?
right.
Go ahead.
In the face of the enemy, man. And this guy went to the store and got chicken, a 2-piece, you know, and just sat down and ate that shit.
Yeah. Something to drink.
Something to drink and everything.
Just got himself a whole meal. All right. Now it's 15 men. All right. Now me personally, if I'm gonna go to the store, hey, y'all brothers good? Y'all want anything? You know.
Just get the shit.
Just get it, yeah.
Brothers don't eat that shit.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's the thought that matters.
Right.
You know, like Jay could come out there. You remember we used to probably go to Stein sometimes, go get a sandwich,
Yeah.
knowing damn well that this sandwich ain't gonna fill nobody up out there. But hey, brother, do you want a piece of my sandwich?
Right.
It look good to you? You want to try it? Go ahead, boom. You know, just simple things like that.
Yeah. Now you can't have a selfish attitude when you involved in the ministry, man. All right. Nobody has time for you to be selfish with yourself, man.
Right.
All right. This thing is about charity. It's about being ready to make yourself a reasonable service unto your brother, man. All right. Because we're gonna have to have that in the times to come. All right. All we got is each other, man. We don't have people in the world. Yeah, they say, oh, you know, they do things for us, right? They help us out with certain things, but we can't truly rely on them. They don't know the scriptures, man. You know?
And they'll do anything.
And they'll do anything, man. Let persecution start happening and see if them people that you thought was with you gonna be with you, man. You know? Go ahead.
They don't have the morality and the spiritual fortitude that we have, the
Right.
code that we live by. They'll
Right.
do anything in this world. You can't trust nobody that's not in the scriptures.
That's right, man.
I got a quick one for that real quick.
And I'm gonna say this too before we get off that. Look at that dude too, that example. He no longer within the truth because of that. Because of this very same thing we talking about. The Lord don't deal with being selfish with
Right.
yourself, man. He's gone. He's been booted. But
Grab that 2 Samuel 1.
God,
You got a precept too, right?
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
great
go
one.
ahead, bring it out.
It's Proverbs 17:17. A friend loveth at all times,
Yeah, first one.
and a brother is born for adversity.
Yeah.
You know, we just talking about, you know, we got friends in the world. You know, brothers got men that they, you know, grew up with, but we know it's a point of, you know, speaking and things to handle with them that we could do. You know, so that's a friend. You know, they may come through every now and then, but in the times when shit really hit the fan, or times that you really need somebody, that's a brother. All right, and that brother is somebody that you find that is as like-minded as you. You know, that has the same goal as you. You know, that's why brothers will tell you that everything in this truth dealing with us is an open mind policy. You know, it ain't nothing. If all fails and you need somebody, you know, call somebody that's in the camp. You know,
Right.
somebody gonna come. You know, niggas in the world, they work off of they own, you know, motives. You know. You got it.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. 2 are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he had not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And threefold cord is not quickly broken.
Come on, man. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make it up. You want to say something on it, bro?
Oh nah, that spoke for itself.
Like for itself,
if you're by yourself, you're in trouble. It's a burden unto yourself to not be in a brotherhood.
Yeah. Hey man, you tripping, man. If you don't want to be within this body, man. All right, you tripping. Okay. Go ahead, man.
Come on, it's 2 Samuel 1 and what? You got it?
Hey, and I'm gonna say this real quick because my brother. Hey man, we been get that get that one Jeremiah. What is it? To the saving of the soul. All right, because brothers is watching for your souls, man. All right, we're here to make sure each and every one of us that are in this walk, that are in this ministry, that our faith fail not. One, all right, and that we get on a chariot, man. You see, that's one of the main goals that you don't see on camera. All right, that's a misconception. All right, you don't see the exaltations, counsels, different things, conversations that go on all the way behind the scenes, man. And if you're not getting in the mix and you're in the body, then you going off, man.
You're in the wrong spirit,
Hebrews.
I don't know where it's at.
Hebrews 10 and 39 says, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul.
Yeah, them that believe into the saving of the soul, man. All right, drawing back into perdition represents drawing back into destruction. All right, and man, we ain't with that, man. Lord willing. All right, we would be not drawn back, but to the saving of the soul, man. You know, but go ahead, bring that out. And I want to make that point before the brother brought this account out. Go ahead.
2 Samuel?
Yeah.
2 Samuel 1 and 26, I'm going to hit 25 real quick, just to give a little context. It said, how are the mighty fallen in the midst of battle? O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thine high places.
Right, in which Jonathan was King David's best friend, man.
Yep.
All right, and when you go into those different accounts, all right, with Saul trying to kill David, all right, who was the one giving David the ups, man?
Yeah.
Who was the one watching for him, saving his soul, man? It was Jonathan telling him, look, he coming from over there, go this way so you can get out.
Right.
All right, that's a brother, man. You see,
He went against his own father.
he went against his own father, man.
That's a real brother.
Against his own father, the king at the time.
Yeah.
You know, all of these I can't think of the word, but continuing on, this is our verse 26. It says, I am distressed with thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women.
Right, because with a woman, all right, you can say you love her, you pop her, and, you know, all right, that's cool, but they don't go past that, man. All right, that's the furthest you can get with a woman. But with your brother, you can get more intimate to the point that brother can actually save your life, man.
Right.
All right, he can actually steer you from going off, man. You see, that's why the love, all right, that agape, the highest form of love, that love, it passed the love of a woman, because even the woman, she don't love you unconditionally, man. All right, but a brother is there conditionally on the common ground of what? This ministry, man. This truth, the scriptures, man. All right, the spirit of the Lord, man. You know, that was more.
No, that was it.
I got the Corinthians.
Yeah, of course, got anything else? We probably ended off with that.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians 13 and 1, and it reads, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all the mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing.
Yeah, Jake, man, you get on camera, you breaking down shit better than the apostles, man. You know, you going into the history, right? Scriptures, you just calling out scriptures, everything is on point, all right? But you don't have no charity, man. You know?
So it's all for naught, man.
Yeah, it's all for nothing, man. If you don't have charity, all right, you can study to your face blue, right? You can have the scriptures memorized. You can go to sleep calling out scriptures, all right? But if you don't have charity to go with it, then none of that shit means nothing, man. All right? Having charity is more important than being an on-point teacher, all right? Having charity is more important than teaching the scriptures and just being this great teacher, man. You know?
A super Hebrew on the cam.
Yeah.
But a nigga toward his brother.
Right.
It's off.
That's off, man. That's not what this ministry is about. All right? Yeah, it's good to be a good teacher. Yeah. You be edifying. But how far does that go? You know? Go ahead.
Verse 3, it reads, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profited me nothing.
Yeah.
Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity, what it says, vaunteth not. Itself is not puffed up. That's it.
Yeah, man. So if you don't have charity, all right, you ain't got nothing, man. You don't have the Lord, man. If you don't have charity, which is why we brought it to John 13, all right, to show the charity of Yahweh. So if he was able to serve his brothers and do that, why can't you? Why can't you make yourself available for brothers, man? You see? Brothers do it for you, right?
Right.
Why you can't reciprocate that energy, man? You know? Go ahead, you were trying.
Respect that. That was a good one.
Time. Got brothers. Any closing remarks?
What you say?
Any closing remarks?
Yeah. Man, examine yourself. See whether you've been, charitable. Alright? Remember the premise of this video was to clear up any misconceptions about the ministry or the brotherhood, man.
If I could say things that you may not know, go find that shit out, man.
That's right.
All right? Go figure it out. Go find it out. Go call and ask a brother about it, man. All right? It's too late in the game. We're too close to the end. To all hell breaking loose for you to not know what's going on, man.
What's going on?
You know?
I'm gonna bring out that Ephesians real quick. It's
Right.
Ephesians 4 and 1. What's going on at the top? I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all the lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love,
Heavy.
endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. And be ye kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Hamashiach's sake, has forgiven you. That was, I jumped down to 32. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to leave out on that note.
Yeah, man, that's plain, man. You know? So, anybody got anything else?
Nah, that was all.
Yeah, man. So, Lord willing, you received the message of this lesson was edifying. With that, we're going to give our praises and glory and honor to the
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors once again to the apostles and others who bring millstone. And peace and blessings and salutations to the hopefully elect. Until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Bob.
Baba Bob.
Kwame Yashara.
Kwame Yashara.
Shalom.